Hi students, good afternoon everybody. Today in this video we are going to see the book back topics in prose 1, unit 1 prose 1. We are going to see the vocabulary part. Okay, so listen carefully. Definitely from all this vocabulary part we will be getting 1 marks from all this vocabulary part in the first 20 marks. Okay, so listen very carefully. So it will be a little bit confusing and it will be little bit difficult. Okay, so you have to search the meaning of the words and you have to find the meaning, understand the difference in the meaning, and then only you have to go for framing sentences, right? Okay, come to the A part. So read the following words taken from the story. Give 2 synonyms and 1 antonym for each of these words. Use a dictionary if required. Okay. So see, they have given, so all these words are from your prose part only. They have given the words in columns for synonyms and antonyms. So first one, cautious. So what is mean by cautious? So being careful, being watchful. Okay, and what will be the antonym? Careless will be the antonym. So likewise they have given disapprove, brisk, engaging, humble, eager, resistance, persuade, scarce, nobility. Okay, so you have to write the synonyms and the antonyms for all this. Okay, so the next one. So first of all, before starting to write, what you have to do is, first of all you have to find the meanings for all this. First find the meanings for all these words, then go for writing the synonym and the antonym. Okay. So the next one is homophones and confusables. I think already we have learnt in your 11th standard. I'm not sure, but I think we have learnt in your 11th standard about homophones and confusables. So what is a homophone? Homophone is nothing but, so homo means same, phone means sound. So what will be the meaning? Homo, same, phone means sound. So homophone means a word that is, so what is so homo means same, phone means sound. So what will be the definition of a homophone? So the words with the same sound. Okay, the words with the same sound, that is the words with the same pronunciation, but are different in spelling and meaning. So the meaning and spelling will be different. Okay, so homophones, see they have given the definition. So you have already learnt that homophones are words that sound alike, that is alike means same. Okay, homophones are words that sound alike but are different in spelling and meaning, but they have different spelling and different meaning. Say they have given examples: feet and feet, face, face, sort, sort, hair, hair. So all this has the same pronunciation. Feet, feet, face. You should not pronounce this as face. Abdi pronounce pannakudadu. It is wrong pronunciation. You have to pronounce it as face. Okay. So sort, sort, hair, hair. So all these words has same pronunciation, but the meaning will be different. Okay. So this is called as homophone. So let me give you some other example also. No. So what is this? No. This is also no. So both have same pronunciation but different meaning. So likewise, flower, floor. Same pronunciation but spelling and meaning are different. Okay. And one. So same pronunciation but different in spelling and the meaning. Okay, so this is called homophones. Homophones are nothing but the words with the same sound but different in spelling and different in meaning. Okay, so I think you are clear about homophones. And so what is the difference in the meaning of feet and feet? Okay, so what is this feet? This is we used to measure na. So 1 feet, 2 feet. Okay, so that is this feet. And what is feet? F-E-A-T, feet is. So the meaning of this is it is an act of achievement. Okay, so it refers to an act of achievement or some skill. Okay, that is this feet. Face and face. You know what is FACE, face? It refers to any faces, that is our human face, animal face, whatever it is. So what is face? Okay, this phase is a distinct period or some stages in the development. For example, இப்போ நம்ம ரீசெண்டாக கேள்விப்பட்டிருப்போம் இல்லையா? So the vaccination for COVID-19 is undergoing the first phase of test. It is undergoing the second phase of test. Okay, so can you understand? So likewise, phase means some different stages of time in development of something, or some distinct period of time in the development of something, that is called as phase. Okay, so before inventing a medicine, they will be undergoing test for different phases, right? So that is this phase. And next one is sort. So what is sort? So sort means some sort of person. So it is a category of people or thing. Okay, so sort out the list அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவோம் இல்லையா? So like that. And he is such a sort of person. Okay, it is used to differentiate the category of a people or thing. Okay, so what is sort? You know the sort, I think it is the past participle of seek. So what is meant by seek? It means get. Okay, then hair and hair. So you know what is meant by hair, and what is hair? So it is the next to the king. So the prince is the heir to the throne next to the king இல்லையா? So that is called as hair. அடுத்த வாரிசுன்னு சொல்லுவோம் இல்லையா? So the prince will be the next heir to the throne after the king, right? So that is the difference between hair and hair. So homophones are nothing but words with same sounds but different in spelling and meaning. Okay, so next one come to the confusables. So what is mean by confusables? So in the name itself we can understand that it is something which is confusing. So what will be the confusion is, listen, confusables or confusables are words that are commonly confused with one another in meaning or usage because of slight similarities in spelling, pronunciation or meaning. So there is no much difference between homophones and the confusables. On the other hand, we can call even the homophones as confusables. So what is the difference between homophones and the confusables is, confusables also will be pronounced the same. Okay, sometimes the spelling may be same. Okay, and sometimes but the meaning will be different. Okay, so the meaning will be different. So எங்கே இதில் ஹோமோஃபோன்ஸ்க்கும் கன்ஃபியூசபிள்ஸ்க்கும் கன்ஃபியூஷன் வரும் அப்படின்னா, பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் த ப்ரொனன்சியேஷன், similarities in the majorly in the pronunciation. See the example: moment, movement; accept, expect; human, human; discover, invent. What is the difference between discover and invent? What is the difference between human and human? What is the difference between moment and movement? What is the difference between accept and expect? Okay, so it will be little bit confusing இல்லையா? So இந்த humanக்கும் என்ன difference? Discoverனா என்ன, inventனா என்ன, ரெண்டுக்கும் என்ன difference? So it will be slightly confusing இல்லையா? So that is called as confusables. Okay, so now what is the difference between moment? So what is the meaning of moment? So moment means a particular time. So okay, so he will be coming and within a moment. Okay, so I can reach the place within a moment, that is within a particular very small period of time, that is moment. You know what is mean by movement. Okay, moving from one place to the other. So accept and expect. So இங்கெல்லாம் இந்த வேர்ட்ஸ்லாம் என்ன இருக்குது, there is little only a little change in the spelling and little change in the pronunciation also. அண்ட் ஆல்சோ இந்த மீனிங்லேயும் நமக்கு கன்ஃபியூஷன் இருக்கும். எக்ஸப்ட், ஸோ யூ வில் பி, நீங்களே நிறைய ஃபேஸ் பண்ணியிருப்பீங்க, நிறைய பிளேஸில் எக்ஸப்ட் யூஸ் பண்ணணுமா எக்ஸ்பெக்ட் யூஸ் பண்ணணுமான்னு. ஓகே, ஸோ தட்ஸ் வை தீஸ் ஆர் கால்ட் அஸ் கன்ஃபியூசபிள்ஸ். அதனால தான் இந்த வேர்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் நம்ம கன்ஃபியூசபிள்ஸ்ன்னு சொல்கிறோம். ஓகே, ஸோ what is mean by except? Except means, so except this color I will choose other colors. அப்படின்னா என்ன, இதை தவிர மற்றதை நான் சூஸ் பண்ணிப்பேன். ஓகே, except this one, this color, except this orange color, I will choose all the other colors. Okay, what is expect? I am expecting for the reopening of the schools. Okay, I am expecting to come out of the pandemic. I am expecting for the reopening of the schools. I am expecting for the regular classes in my schools. That is expectation. Okay, human and human. So human can be used as a noun in the place of a noun, in the place of an adjective. Okay, so it can be used in the place of a noun or as an adjective, and also it refers to the human being literally. Literally na enna, original meaning of a word is called the literal meaning. Figurative meaning of a word is called as the idiomatic meaning. Sariya? So that is out of our topic now. So human means what is, it refers to all the human beings in general. Adha human nu sonnale namakku nyabagam varudhu human being da. So what is humane? So all the human beings will have the human character. அப்படின்னா என்ன, human characterனா என்ன, what is the human character? In basic ஒரு human being ஓட characterனா எப்படி இருக்கணும்? It should be with love and kindness, இல்லையா? With love, kindness and gentleness. Okay, that is called as human. So all the human beings should have human qualities. So human qualities na enna, so we can have a rough quality, we can have a bad quality, we can have a harsh quality. That depends upon the individual. Okay, but in general human being oda character na namak enna eppadi irukano, it should be with love, it should be with patience, it should be with gentleness, kindness, idella irukano illaya. So that is the difference between human and human. So discover and invent. So what is the difference between discover and invent? So discover means discovering a thing which is already existing. So already exist இருக்க ஒரு திங்க அதில் இருந்து இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் அடுத்த ஸ்டேஜுக்கு அப்டேட் பண்ணுறது தான் என்ன, it is discovery. Invention means inventing a new thing, that is the invention. Okay, so this is the confusable. So what is mean by confusable? So I can give you some other example also. For example, discrete, D-I-S-C-R-E-E-T, discrete, and D-I-S-C-R-E-T-E, discrete. Okay, I think you can, this is D. Okay, so find the difference in meaning between these two and submit it in your homework. And next one, diffuse. Okay, and what else? Desert. You know what is desert? And the other desert is nothing, double S. But okay, so what is the difference between desert and desert? Okay, so find the meanings for all these three pairs of confusables. Okay, shall we go for the next one? See, look at this one. Given below is a list of common confusables. distinguish the meaning of each pair of words by framing your own sentences. So definitely one question you will be getting from this I topic. Okay, and also it will be very much confusing to differentiate the meaning between all these pairs they have given from A to L, right? So I will tell you few remaining things. You have to find the difference in the meaning of the confusables, and then you have to frame your own sentences. Okay, see, look at this. So given below is a list of common confusables. So what is the first one given? First one is emigrate and immigrate. It is emigration and immigration. So what is mean by emigration and what is mean by immigration? So in general both has a common meaning, that is moving from one country to the other country. That is called as migration. So okay. So actually this term emigrate and immigrate are arrived from the term migration. You know what is mean by migration, I think. So what is migration? Moving from one place to the other. That is called as migration. So what is emigrate and what is immigrate? So emigration means leaving one's own country, one's own native country. தமிழில் சொல்லணும்னா நம்மளோட தாய்நாடுன்னு சொல்லுவோம் இல்லையா? So like that, living one's own native country or resident country to settle in another place, wherever it is. That is called as emigration. Okay, what is immigration is moving from one country to the other country. Okay, that is called as immigration. So நம்மளோட own resident countryல விட்டுட்டு வேறு பிளேஸில் போய் செட்டில் ஆனனா it is called as emigration. And if you are moving generally from one country to, we may move from one country to another and then move from that country to some other country, that is called as immigration. So this is the difference between emigration and immigration. Okay, so the next one is beside and besides. What will be the difference between beside? Only one S is the difference between beside and besides. So what will be the difference between beside and besides? So besides means close to or next to. Okay, what is the meaning of beside? Close to, next, close to and next to. So what? So this beside is close to or next to. Okay, you can write in your book also. And what is besides? So besides means in addition to or apart from. What is the meaning? In addition to. You can copy in your book. So write above the words so that it will be easily understandable. Or apart from. Okay, so in addition to or apart from. So besides means in addition to or apart from. So apart from this I will buy that. Okay, so besides being busy or besides preparing for the exam, I am helping my brother in his studies. ஓகே, ஸோ என்னோட எக்ஸாமுக்கு ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்ணுறது இல்லாமல் அடிஷ்னலாக என்ன பண்ணுறேன், ஐ எம் ஹெல்பிங் ஃபார் மை பிரதர் ஸ்டடீஸ் ஆல்சோ. தட் இஸ் பிசைட்ஸ். ஓகே, திஸ் ஒன் பிசைட் மீன்ஸ் க்ளோஸ் டு ஆர் நெக்ஸ்ட் டு. இதுக்கு பக்கத்தில் இருக்குது, இதுக்கு அடுத்து இருக்குதுன்னு சொல்லுவோம் இல்லையா? தட் இஸ் பிசைட். ஓகே, ஸோ வாட் இஸ் த நெக்ஸ்ட் ஒன்? ஜுடிஷியல் அண்ட் ஜுடிஷியஸ். Judicious. So judicial means relating to judge and law. It is a word relating to judge and law. Judicious means having good judgment, getting a good judgment. That is judicious. So judicial means it is a term. Okay, so judicial means It is a term relating to judge and law, and judicious means having some good judgment. So next one, eligible and illegible. So what is mean by eligible and what is mean by illegible? So he is a eligible candidate for the job. It means he is a suitable candidate. What is eligible? Suitable. He is a suitable candidate for the job. So illegible. It is not ineligible, it is illegible. So already நம்மளோட public exam question papers எல்லாம் மேலே பார்த்திருப்போம். What we have seen. So they will be giving handwriting should be legible. Okay, so handwriting should be legible. அப்படின்னா என்ன? Handwriting should be very clear. So illegible means not clear. Okay, not clear to read, not clear to understand, not clear to read. That is illegible. Okay, next one is conscience and conscious. What is conscious? So we have often heard the term conscious. Be conscious. So be aware, awareness. Okay, what is conscious? Aware or awareness. So what is conscience? So conscience means to determine something which is good or bad, that is right or wrong. That is called as conscience. Determine whether something is right or wrong. That is called as conscience. Can you understand? So likewise, you have to find the difference between industrial, industrious, eminent, imminent, illicit, prescribed and proscribed. So in the prescribed and proscribed, it will be little bit difficult. So analyze the meaning clearly. Affect, effect, and also affect and effect will be confusing. Okay, it will be confusing. So analyze the difference in the meaning properly. Oral and oral, born and born. Okay, so if you find it, definitely it will be interesting. So do this with interest, right? So likewise, analyze the difference in meaning between all the remaining confusables. Okay, if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Then fill in the blanks with the suitable homophones or confusables. So here you have to fill in the blanks. So valet, fairy, medal, weight, yoke, and groan, yearn. So likewise, you can find the homophones or the confusables. Okay, you can write either the homophone or the confusable. So come to the C topic. Give the meanings of the following phrasal verbs and frame sentences using them. So what you have to do here, give the meanings of the following phrasal verbs and frame sentences of your own. So they have given 9 phrasal verbs: cut off, come upon, put out, draw up, pass out, take off, turn away, stand by, bank on. Okay, first you have to find what is the meaning of all these phrasal verbs, and then you have to frame sentences for all these phrasal verbs. So do it as your work. You know what is mean by phrasal verb, so you can do this yourself. Next, read the list of words formed by adding suffixes. So already you know what is mean by prefix and what is mean by suffix. If we add something to the end of a word, it is called as prefix. If we add something to the beginning of a word, it is called as prefix. For example, able is a word, unable. We are adding un in the beginning, so it is prefix. We are fixing in the beginning. So what is suffix? If we add something to the end of a word, it is called as suffix. For example, see, already they have given by adding the suffixes. Frequent, ly, frequent is the root word, ly is the suffix added. Satisfaction, satisfy is the root word. What is the suffix added? tion. Willingness, so willingness is the root word. What is the suffix added? ness. Next, comfortable, comfort is the root word. What is the suffix added? able. Next, resemblance, Resemble will be the root word, ble. So what is the suffix added? ance is the suffix added. Nobility, noble, noble. Okay, noble is the root word. What is the suffix added? ity. It is the suffix added. Okay, so next one, form two derivatives from each of the following words by adding prefixes and suffixes. They have given the root words already. What are the root words? Patient, honor, respect, manage, fertile, different, friend and obey. So first they have given the example. They have added the prefix im to the patient, root word patient, so that it became impatient. They have added the suffix ly to the root word patient, so that it became patiently. So likewise, honor, you have to, what is the prefix that can be added? Dishonor. So what will be the suffix? We can add the suffix able. Okay, so that it become honorable. Okay, so likewise you have to do for the remaining: respect, manage, fertile, different, friend and obey. Okay, next one is the listening part. So listen. So floods are the inevitable natural disaster which can occur in any part of the world. Floods can prove all the more disastrous in localities. Disastrous means very dangerous. In localities means in the place where it is happening. Okay, where population density is high. So in the place of highly populated areas, floods will cause a major damage or destruction or danger. Preparation for disaster management has become imperative for any city. So if you write your UPSC exams, that is IPS, all those exams, so disaster management will be in your a part of your syllabus. Okay, in your higher classes, if you have any plan to write all these UPSC exams, disaster management will be in your syllabus. Okay, so preparation for disaster management has become imperative. Imperative means very important for any city, town or village during monsoon. Which time? So there is no need during a summer season to prepare for a disaster management, right? It is necessary only during the monsoon seasons, that is during the rainy seasons. The government department entrusted with disaster management makes periodic announcements about the precautions to be taken whenever floods are anticipated. So what is meant by anticipation? Expected. Whenever the floods are expected, both the government department along entrusted means combined with the disaster management will make the periodic announcements about the precautionary measures, okay, to be taken whenever floods are anticipated, that is expected. Now we are going to listen to the cautionary instructions that are given to the general public living in the flood prone areas. Flood prone areas means where the floods are expected to occur. Listen carefully and complete the following sentences. Okay, so the passage will be given in the end of your book. So take your book page number 208, I hope. Okay, so listening passages for unit 1. So for the attention of the public, here is an announcement from the Department of Disaster Management. As per the warning, okay, so as per the warning issued today by the Meteorological Department, there exists a high probability means possibility of a widespread heavy downpour. Heavy downpour means heavy rainfall from the early hours of Sunday and consequent flooding of low-lying areas. And also there will be flooding in the low-lying areas. In order to ensure safety of life and property, everyone is hereby warned and advised to take certain precautionary measures. Okay, so the meteorological department is giving a warning about the possibility of heavy rainfall in the early hours of Sunday, and because of that there will be flooding in the low-lying areas. So in order to ensure the safety of the life and property, everyone is they are giving warning to everyone to take some precautionary measures. Now let us see what are the precautionary measures to be taken. So first of all, prepare a household flood plan and be ready to respond to the situation. So prepare a plan yourself how to face the situation if there is flooding in your area. Next, find out the locations of the closest flood shelters available and routes to reach them. So what is the second instruction? So find out. Okay, so you have to be aware of the locations, flood shelter location and the routes to reach and the path, that is the way to reach the flood shelter location which is available close to your area. Next, maintain an emergency kit comprising water bottles, biscuit packets, medical supplies, torchlight and a whistle to signal for help. So you have to prepare all this emergency kit. Next, paste or fix a list of emergency telephone numbers on the wall in a visible spot. So you should be aware of the emergency telephone numbers. Next, switch off hazardous items. So what is meant by hazardous? Dangerous. Okay, so fix up dangerous. So switch off the dangerous items like gas cylinders and disconnect all the electrical gadgets. Gadgets means all the electrical equipments. Next, secure important personal documents and valuables in a waterproof case, that is waterproof box, and place it in an accessible location. What is meant by accessible? In an reachable. Okay, in a place that is able to be reached, in an accessible location. So secure means keep safely all your personal documents and all the valuable things in a waterproof box, in a waterproof box, and place it in a place which will be easily reachable. Place small pieces of furniture and clothing on tables and carts. Okay, so you can place small pieces of furniture and clothing on tables and the carts, and shift all the small objects safely to the loft. So loft means attic. Okay, empty your refrigerators and leave their doors open to avoid damage in case they float. Charge your mobile phones as well as your battery banks, your power banks, so as to communicate with friends, relatives and emergency services. So you can keep ready all your mobile phones and the power banks charged. Place sandbags in the toilet bowls and bathroom drain holes to prevent the inflow of the sewage. And prepare and pack food with a long shelf life. Okay, so prepare some food which will not be decayed for some long time. Then finally, listen to the periodic news updates through your portable communication devices and follow the instructions implicitly. So implicitly means completely. So follow all the instructions given by the meteorological department or the disaster from the disaster management department through your portable communication devices like mobile phones, and follow them very absolutely. So these are all the precautionary measures that you have to take. Now come back to your lesson. So listen, now you are going to listen to so we have listened to the cautionary instructions. Now you can fill all this yourself. Okay, so the announcement was made by the Department of Meteorology. Widespread heavy rains are expected from the early hours of what? Sunday. The public is asked to find out the locations of dash roof, what is that, shelters, rain shelters. An emergency kit should contain water bottles, biscuit packets and a dash. Likewise, you can write till J. Okay. See, in this page they have given note making. So it carries 5 marks. You already know how to make notes. So in the note making, so you will be asked either to make notes or to write the summary. So if you are making notes, you have to write the title and the subtitle and points below the subtitle. So the note making should not contain any sentences. It should contain only words and phrases. That is very, very, very important. Next, if you are writing summary, you have to write the rough copy and the fair copy. Okay. So there is a passage given. You have to make notes of the passage. Okay, and the next one is, see, they have given letter writing. You know what is formal letter and what is informal letter. So formal letter will contain from and to, and the informal letter will not contain the same. So formal letters will be written to the school, colleges, to any official departments likewise, and informal letters will be written to the friends and the relatives. Okay, so you can go through all the tips. Then they have given, read the following letter carefully, discuss with your partner and answer the questions. See, they have given a letter writing here. Find out whether it is formal or informal. And then see, they have given a set of questions here. Who is the sender of the letter? Who is the receiver? What is the issue? So who is the receiver? What is the issue? What is the request of the sender? Who will take steps after reading it? Next one, you have chosen computer science in the higher secondary course. Write a letter to your friend giving reasons for your choice. Read the clues given in the brackets to complete the letter. Okay, so they have given dashes, hope dash. So inga enna pananum neenga, enquire about his well-being. Hope you are fine. So அந்த மாதிரி you have to enquire about his well-being. I would like to dash, firstly dash, reason for your choice of group. Why you have chosen computer science group? I wish, state your ambition. So I wish to become a software engineer, that's why I have chosen the computer group. We come to here dash. So likewise they have given clues for finishing the letter writing in the brackets. Okay, just don't copy from your guide. Definitely you can write it on your own. It will be easy. So prepare this also. Okay. Okay. So I think you have understood this video. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Okay. Thank you for watching. Thank you.